Hello, friends. We're live. Welcome to Hufflepuff Plays D&D with Comedy the Gathering, and there's three of you now, and it's amazing. I'll just jump right in. We have Adam with us. Adam, say hi to the folks.
Hi, everybody. My name's Adam. Good to be here again.
Excellent. Georgia, say hi to the folks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Georgia, she, her. Good to be back. Excited.
Madeline, say hi to the folks.
Hello, I'm Madeline. She, her. I was puking yesterday. Today I'm not.
Just like that.
I don't know why you're starting with me for these intros, because apparently I'm just dropping the ball all the time. I just forget how to do it.
I sort of assumed like, Adam, it's done this a million times.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, right before we started, you're above pronouns. So
I did say I was above pronouns, but I said I was below prepositions.
Oh.
Adam, they or he, everybody.
Yay.
Yes. Okay, cool.
And I'm Andy, he, him, and I'm the dungeon master for this evening.
And we'll also say we are Comedy the Gathering. We are a Pittsburgh-based sketch comedy troupe. Andy originally reached out to me to suggest running a game for us as kind of a way to promote or celebrate the fact that we won. That we ranked number 3 comedy act in Pittsburgh this year, so that's exciting. And I'm sure Andy was going to mention this, but I think he has our Instagram handle on the screen there. So if you're tuning in or if you're watching this after the fact, go ahead and give us a follow on Instagram. That would be awesome.
And if you're following us on Instagram, you might as well see what upcoming shows we have, which we do have.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
More than one.
Shows. What shows do we have, Georgia?
And when?
Oh my God. What a great question, Adam. We have a show coming up on January 20th.
Question too.
No.
January 24th.
Also, you both asked really good questions
Okay,
today.
thank you.
We have a show coming up on January 20th at the Glitter Box.
Again, it's the 24th.
24th.
What's funny is that January 20th is the night of the inauguration, and we do have a secret performance that we will be doing at the inauguration, but none of you were invited to that. That's just for us to know.
Security clearance for that one.
You can come to the show on the 24th to hear about how our show at the inauguration goes.
Yes. I do believe the incoming president and vice president will be announcing our upcoming show, but in case you're not watching the inauguration, our show is the 24th of January at the Glitter Box.
Yeah.
And then another performance on the now I'm gonna mess it up, the 30th.
Yes.
Yeah.
30
at
seconds.
Poetry Lounge in Millvale.
Poetry Lounge in my neck of the woods. So yes, everybody, if you are based in Pittsburgh and want to come see our shows in the new year, check us out at the Glitterbox Theater in Homestead on the 24th or at the Poetry Lounge in Millvale on the 30th. All right, Andy, toss it back to you.
Thank you, Adam, for that lovely toss back. I mean, we're also Helpful Goat, and this is our Twitch stream. So, normal Helpful Goat things. If you want to join Helpful Goat community, ! Discord in the chat. If you want to sort of help fund us to do amazing things like this, like play D&D with a cool comedy troupe, ! KO-FI, ! Merch gets you some merch, ! Donate. We like to highlight a specific sort of charity, and for the last few months we've been working with the Trevor Project, which is near and dear to our hearts. Absolutely, they could use more funding, especially in times to come. Which, not to get super political, but things might get a little rough here for a little bit. If you have a charity that's sort of local or kind of in your neck of the woods, a lot of times local charities can use your dollars more efficiently, and that's an excellent way to kind of help out. And yeah, if you like us, make the world a better place. That's what we ask mostly. That's your gift to us this holiday season.
Aww, Andy. So
Happy
Shucks.
holidays to all of you.
And I guess, I don't know, I think it's mostly everything. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's episode, friends. This is the second part of a two-part one. Right on Twitch right now is the other part. If you want to watch that first and then come back to this will be on here too. And it'll be up on our YouTube, I'm sure, not too long after this. And yeah, what happened last time, friends? Let's do a little bit of what do you remember of last time?
Well, Randy, my character, who is a 27-year-old human male, he takes his apprenticeship at Kyle the Witch's shop very seriously, and he was prepared for doing a lot of work today, the day of the Pax Seculum, which is a celebration of 100 years of peace in the city of Bavaria. And every year, Kyle, the witch that he apprentices under, always comes up with some crazy plan or some project to help celebrate Pax Seculum. So he was impatiently awaiting his fellow apprentice, Deborah, who finally arrived. And we got into some antics. Georgia, do you remember what Kyle told us we needed to do and how it has gone so far?
I do remember, Adam. I am playing Deborah. She's a vain and gaudy dwarf who only has this job as Kyle's apprentice because her husband got let go from his job. She can't wait to get rid of this job. And she arrived to see Randy at the workshop, and the door was locked. Kyle was in there. And all she did was slip us a note under the door that let us know that we needed to get 3 ingredients urgently. The hair of an heir.
The hair of a what?
The hair of an heir.
H-E-I-R?
Yeah.
An heir to whom?
To whom indeed.
Wait, I hope she didn't reverse it. I hope we're not supposed to find the heir of a hair.
Oh gosh.
Yes, the hair of an heir, which we are still in the process of trying to find. There's the Pax Seculum commemorative cup filled with pumpkin, ginger, half-calf, red cap, surprise latte, no cream, which we have the drink, but we have not been able to secure
the commemorative cup.
The first ingredient that we found was the metal hawk mushroom, found in the shavings of metal, most often found at blacksmiths. So we got that at Arno's place, but there had been a big fire there, which we don't know what that fire was about, but we did get the metal hawk mushroom.
Yeah, and everyone has been acting like a little bit weird. Like everyone at the fire was kind of like shooing us away. All the policemen, which are usually like so nice to me, were being really rude. And people have been following us, which is also like.
Yeah. Did I hear correct that it was a blueberry mushroom?
No, but so this is interesting.
I was just really.
Wait, are you joking?
Drug.
No, there was
Didn't you say?
Yeah,
there
blueberry
was
mushroom
so,
reference. Yeah.
Apparently, your character, which we'll hear about in a moment, but your character's wife, Morg, who you'll tell us more about, also used to be an apprentice of Kyle's. And Randy recalls that Morg always hated the idea of blueberry mushrooms, which was something that Kyle was working on once upon a time. So that is one thing that Kyle heard heard Kyle saying, like inside the shop, muttering under her breath. She was saying something about like Morg was right. Morg was right. And so it's a big mystery. Like, what is happening? Why is Kyle acting strange? How does Morg tie into it? And does it have to do with blueberry mushrooms? Probably not. I don't know.
The slight addendum, the words that Kyle was saying that you heard was from mostly it was Morg knew, and Morg was right.
Morg
Those two
knew. Morg was right. Morg knew. So we've been at coffee shops trying this commemorative cup. We've found out Deborah made an old guy in front of us in line horny. He went off. We kind of sent him off to his probably death by sending him to to talk to a woman who's trying to rob and kill people.
Who?
And
Kyle? Oh wait, who's trying to rob and kill people?
just some random woman, just a criminal out on the street,
Why'd you send him to her?
That's a great question.
Because he was bothering us. He was
he
really
being annoying?
horny. He was really horny, and he was propositioning us in line.
Wait,
and
why was he horny again?
Well, I made him horny.
We made him horny.
And how did you make him horny? This is not just like I showed him some ankle or something. This was...
I have a special ring. I have two special rings, actually. One changes people's moods, and I can choose what mood. And I chose horny.
So I think Andy's trying to highlight some ethical fuzziness of our actions.
I see. Yeah, I do remember a discussion of should we make that cat horny?
Right.
Yep.
That felt like we were going too far, so I was like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we ran into an orc on a gondola on the way to Carrick's place because we were not having any luck finding the Hair of an Heir or commemorative cup in the city. So we took a gondola to the docks because Deborah's ex Carrick seems to maybe have some influence and could maybe help us with some of these things. So he seems very willing to help, more so than the orc that we ran into who had a commemorative cup but was not interested in giving it to us. And we later discovered that orc was also in the docks asking around about trying to get a commemorative cup. So we don't know what's going on with that. That's fishy. But Carrick seems willing to help us because he still pines for Deborah.
Yes, and he very kindly gave us a key to a local merchant's house where hopefully we can find the hair of the merchant's heir.
Of his daughter, and it's the dockmaster. I think we're gonna try, I guess, to sneak into the dockmaster's house. This is insane. This is big D&D one-shot energy here for sure.
Wait, so could it? Everybody's an heir to something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it needs to be a notable heir.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more notable, the more potent. And Kyle seems to be suggesting that it's very important that we get these ingredients the way she's asked. So somebody with influence. But yeah, so Carrick.
Orc notable?
The who?
No.
Okay.
Carrick.
Madeline will interrupt many times tonight to make puns,
Beautiful.
which I love. Yeah. I think it's great. But yeah, we ended with Carrick was saying, he wants a wand.
Yeah.
A wand of wind from the dockmaster, because the dockmaster has this. It helps him kind of control the winds and the comings and goings of ships and things. Carrick wants that, and he was about to introduce us to somebody who might be able to tell us more about this wand.
So then let's begin tonight's session with 6 hours earlier from this moment. Grorg.
Yeah.
You are sitting atop of a mountain. Wind is whipping by you. There's as a turtle who is 100 years old today, which, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
There's a few little cracks and stuff in your shell that just this wind hits it perfectly, so that there's a bit of a tonal whistling that is occurring. And while this happens from time to time, oddly enough, it begins to play a little bit of a melody. And that melody, the whistling in the wind becomes more strings.
Oh.
And on either side of you are your two children, playing beautifully-ish for children. And your feelings about that, or however you would like them to be. But yeah, and then it's a weird moment. You feel like this moment is almost perfect, and that anyone looking at it would feel, oh, that's the life. That's amazing. That's what I want.
My life?
Yeah. But you can't help but feel just something is missing. Something's wrong. And you're kind of checking a few of your things, and you're like, I didn't forget anything.
Yes.
The mountain that you're sitting on begins to shrink and get smaller and smaller. And you start to feel the tremblings beneath you, and you look to your children who are just playing away, not completely oblivious to what's going on. And you start to realize it's not really a mountain that you're sitting on, but the back of a giant tortoise, who shrinks and shrinks and shrinks until all of three of you slide down off of it. And in just sort of a white nothingness, that turtle shell shrinks to about the size of Morg. What does Morg look like to you?
Morg is also a turtle. And she, I don't know if I should say was or is, as I don't know what's left of her. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Pearl earrings. little ballet slippers. She was a graceful turtle woman.
And as your children are playing badly, it might almost be a great song for this moment that all of a sudden you realize what's missing. Morg. However...
Am I dreaming?
However, the song sort of begins to fade away, and you start to recognize the very unfamiliar feelings of just what this is. And of course it's a dream, because Morg is not with you. And Morg slowly, sort of in her large turtle claws, like kind of holds your face gently and just says, "When the smoke get out. Okay?" And then she rears back and punches you in the chest. And you,
Morg!
And then she rears back and punches you again. And at this point, you wake up, and Florg is leaping onto your chest. You're in your bed at home.
Do you mean Florgorg?
Florgorg?
Yes,
yes,
Florgorg, I believe.
Yes, I believe that is what I mean. Sorry. Schmorg and Florborg. Thank you. Yeah. Florgorg is jumping on your chest, and it is early in the morning. It is just sunrise at this point. And they seem very excited about something, and Schmorg is running into the room and starting to jump on the bed as well to try to wake you up.
I don't like this at all. I was peacefully dreaming, sons. You have awoken me from vision of our mother.
And then he grabs like your face. "I have something to tell you."
What is it?
And he gets like real, like he's telling a secret to your nostril. And he's like, "We've been invited to play a recital tonight."
Oh, that's wonderful, honey. You're so talented.
I know. There's more. It's at the Citadel. It's gonna be fun.
Oh.
Can you come? Well. Can you come tonight to the Citadel and for the recital?
Well, I'll have to see if my suit is clean. I'm gonna go check to see if my suit is clean.
You kind of wobble out of bed a little bit. Florgorg tells Schmorg, "Yeah, yay!" And then they just sort of run out. They assume that you said yes, even though that's not exactly what happened. But you sort of wander over to the closet, still really sleepy. You look in it, and there's a suit that is ready if you so choose to try to go to that tonight.
While I'm searching, I tear at the pocket as an excuse to say that it's damaged, but I do it without them looking.
Okay. So as you've done this, you hear a kind of a pounding at the door.
Who is it?
A letter for you, mister. Children, whoever's here.
Oh, I'm coming.
All right, yeah, you wander over, open up the door. Letter for you. And a letter is given to you.
Oh, thank you.
Right on. He's kind of waiting there for maybe a tip or something.
Here's a tip.
All right. It's something. Is it money or is it like random, like an ashtray that your child has made or something?
It's the pocket.
It's the pocket itself.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Well, thank you. I needed another pocket.
Keep all these tips in.
Happy Pax Seculum. And he'll
yes, you too.
turn around before you answer. Yeah, so you have a letter then.
Okay. Do you want
to open that?
Oh, okay, yes. I open it.
You open it up and some glitter pops out. You're like, oh, that's odd. You remove the letter in the sort of fancy filigree of writing and little inlays of gold onto the piece. It says, Morg was right. And then Kyle will know more, is what it says.
Oh. Okay, so I kind of crumple it back up and stuff it back into the envelope and throw it on the bed and clutch at my chest and freak out.
All right, yeah, you're starting to have a freak out. And then both your children run in going, I'm the best and I'm the best and we're the best and I'm the best, and then they leave again.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want to do? You know where Kyle is probably at their workshop.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so I think first I'll try sending a letter to Morg, which is a power that I have.
Ooh, one of the special letters, eh?
Yes.
What would you write in this special letter?
I would say, Morg, you came to me in a dream once again. What is all this about smoke? And who just sent me that letter? I need you, Morg.
Okay. This magical letter, one that Morg had created magically for you and your children to be able to communicate with each other. It wouldn't work if it doesn't have someone to go to. You're not exactly sure of some of the limitations, but you know that if she was out of reach, or if she was maybe on a different plane of existence, maybe it wouldn't work. And yet, the letter sort of hovers above your hands and then takes off out the door, out the window. It does usually take, it takes about an hour and a half to get any reply, usually.
Mm.
Do you want to wait for that, or
I think in the meantime, I'll go in search of Kyle.
okay?
What did the letter say? It said Mork was right. What about Kyle?
Kyle will know more. Yeah.
Kyle will know more. Okay. I run towards wherever Kyle is in anger and frustration.
Okay. Do you
But
take the
not very
children,
fast.
or do they have like their own setup? They're doing their thing.
I tell the children, I say, look at this suit. I need to get it repaired.
Okay.
But as I'm leaving, they're saying, but don't you need to take it with you to repair it? But I don't hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
You leave it on the bed and you just exit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could tell something's a little weird, but
Yeah.
you've honestly maybe been a little weird lately. Yeah, you shut the door. You're frazzled from the dream. You're frazzled from that letter. It can't be a coincidence that both of those things happened right this morning on your birthday, on the day of the Pax Seculum. All of these things are running through your head. And as you step out the door, there is a small, rather rotund corgi with black fur. You know this as Kyle's familiar named Mostly. Mostly nods at you, and as if expecting that you would be out here and where you're going exactly, walks just kind of alongside you, just not awkwardly not speaking, but almost just comforting a bit. As if both of you know this is exactly what needs to be done. And soon, the two of you find yourselves in front of the workshop of Kyle, the powerful witch that every once in a while, after Morg used to apprentice for her, you kind of stepped up and took over a little bit of the responsibilities at times. And so you've been here a handful of times, and you do know the other... you know Randy and you know Deborah, the other apprentices currently. Yeah. Do you want to give a knock? The corgi is just kind of standing there next to you.
Okay. I pick up the corgi in one arm so that what's the corgi's
They would
pronoun?
be great, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that they can see through the window as well, because I care a lot about animals and their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I knock on the window.
Yeah, tap on the glass. Yeah, knock on the window.
Yeah.
You see a cloaked figure kind of scurrying around the workshop. They look over their shoulder real quick and see you. Rush over to the window, fling it open, and you see Kyle, the witch. What would be a beautiful feminine face, sort of cloaked, is made uncanny because her head is just like twice as large as just it should be. Sort of underneath this cloak. All other proportions are that of a slight older woman, but her head is just large. It's just a big head.
Okay.
And she says, Grorg. Hi. What can I do for you?
Well, Kyle, first of all, I brought you some ibuprofen because I'm sure your neck hurts from how big your head is.
You know me so well. And she'll take the ibuprofen and just eat it whole. Thank you.
I had extra. I foraged it.
Yes. From the ibu plants. Yes, south of here. It's perfect.
But anyways, what I really wanted to talk to you about, Kyle, is the strange message I got this morning.
You got it too.
It says you too received a message.
Oh.
Did yours say that I would know more? Because mine said that you would know more.
No, it said I would know more, and that's disturbing. And she grabs you kind of by the shoulders through the window, and then just like whoop, pulls you in.
Okay.
This is really unnerving because you are like 400 pounds of solid shell and muscle. Like turtles are not light things, and yet you feel like all of a sudden you've turned to air, and she pops you inside. you've never seen the workshop in such like disarray as this.
Mm-hmm.
Randy usually tidies everything up. Kyle probably is a little bit messy. And actually, you see a door open in a room that is forbidden entirely. And just real quick, you get a glimpse. There's just like rows and rows of small little, what look to you, vials, maybe of blood or like a red potion or something like that. And she rushes over and kind of shuts that door and locks it. And then she kind of comes back. Okay, now. Interesting. Do you mind spitting in the cauldron just for a moment? And she kind of rushes you over to a very large cauldron, a broiling fire underneath it. Just spit inside if you don't mind.
I do mind. I would like you to tell me the reasons first. Are you trying to get hold of my social security number and other identifying details once again, Kyle?
She laughs.
We talked about this.
Uproariously. Oh, Krog, you're so funny. I don't need to do this to get a hold of that, but that's cute that you think so. Just a spit. I just need something of you. I hear that turtles sometimes pee out of their skin. Is that true? That would work as well.
That's actually a very offensive stereotype.
Oh my God, I apologize.
But I personally do.
Okay, then. If you don't, any sort of bodily fluid, if you don't mind, just a little bit in the thing, and you kind of with your elbow sort of lean over and excrete a little bit of waste. We'll say urine, sweat, whatever. Wonderful. As that happens, the cauldron begins to billow like steam all around. And you get this sort of swirling red color then to it. And she goes, okay, not exactly what I expected. I need, what do I need? How to make this work? I put the thing, she's like working something out in her head. If you were to go, and then, divination is not my strong suit. Shit.
My lovely wife came to me in my dreams and said to run at the appearance of smoke. So, goodbye, Kyle.
Wait, are you? If you want to know more, do you remember Deborah's old friend Carrick?
So I've run outside of the workshop.
Sure, yeah, she's just calling after you if you don't want to respond.
Yeah. I'm avoiding the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still listening to Kyle, but I've donned a face mask.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, you know, got to be careful with the smoke.
Yeah.
Wonderful. She doesn't seem to pursue you. You hear the window shut and lock after you've left entirely. And the street is beginning to be abuzz with people and places. You're starting to, now that you've woken up a little bit and you kind of were speaking to Kyle, and it's not that anything has been made more clear, but you feel all of a sudden a bit more resolute. And there's something now deep inside you that wants to desperately go find Carrick. Maybe not in this moment, but soon.
Yes. Upon hearing his name, I had an urge suddenly to seek him out.
At first you wonder a little bit if it's a witch's spell that is starting to compel you. But I think you know deep down, this is your own desire to figure out what happened to Morg.
Wait, what's Carrick's deal again?
Carrick was the ex-boyfriend of Deborah, and he's come around a couple times asking about Deborah. And the two of, like, you just happened to be here, and the two of you kind of struck up a bit of a conversation, and he lives in the docks area.
And I just have a sense that he knows about Morg.
It seems at least that Kyle wondered if that was true.
Okay.
Yeah. And what did happen to Morg, from your opinion?
Are you asking me or Rourke?
Either one, let's say. What would Grorg say if you asked Grorg? Yeah.
Well, one day she said to me and my sons, I'll be back, boys. I've got to take a whiz, and this time I'm doing it outside.
Outside the city of Bavaria. That's what she said, and you saw her walk away and have not seen Morg again.
Outside of our home. And
you see her walk outside the door then, and never come back. Yes. Which is odd because she could have gone inside the home, like she has done a million times before.
Yes.
It's strange.
A breath of fresh air.
A bit of fresh air, perhaps. Very strange. Very strange.
And that was 2 years ago, almost to this day.
Interesting. Wonderful. So you kind of slowly make plans for the children to make sure they're fine. You kind of get something to eat in you, and you do slowly make your way to the docks, where you are to meet up with Carrick. Fast forward a few more hours. Carrick has already explained to you he doesn't know anything about Morg, but maybe he knows someone who does. And it happens to be your old boss, who you used to be an accountant for.
Oh.
The dock master of the docks area. And if for some way there was a way to get in, you might be able to see what he meant by that. And then, as he approaches you now, with 2 apprentices of Kyle, the coincidences are piling up, and this is weird, and like, you're not a necessarily super superstitious person, though you do have a couple superstitions, one of them being surrounding the Pax Seculum itself. But just so many coincidences today are hard to ignore. But as Carrick approaches you very rapidly and taps you on the shoulder, and as you turn around, you now see Randy and Deborah.
Oh.
So good. Oh, Grog, what are you doing here? I thought you'd be with your kids on the Pax Seculum.
Hey, guys. I just, don't respond to your questioning. Hey, guys. Just, thought I'd get a breath of fresh sea air.
Okay.
See? Look at all this air.
Well, wild seeing you here. Carrick here was actually about to introduce us to somebody who might be able to help us. Carrick, where are we going?
Are you dense? No. This is the person.
What? Huh?
Greg, how do you know Carrick?
Did you mean Rourke?
Yeah.
Greg.
Greg.
I was like, wait, who's Greg?
That's so funny.
Deborah, you've been hanging around far too many humans. Rourke is a real name. Greg is silly. And tell me again what.
I did say Greg. I did say Greg, and I asked for Carrick. How you know Carrick?
Oh, well, let's just say I worked for him as an accountant.
No, this is all wrong. Listen, guys. And one thing I didn't mention earlier, Deborah, is actually I've met Carrick before, okay? Both Grog and I have met Carrick. I remembered, he's your ex who's always coming around the shop. Come around a few times, and he's an annoying ex, and that's why I was prepared to be all aggro with him when we were going to meet him. So, we knew Carrick that way. And Carrick is... Wait, who were you an accountant for? Carrick, what's happening? Explain this.
I'm here to just make an introduction. I'm
Carrick?
Yes. Oh, I'm not saying anything. The 3 of you, might have a similar interest, let's say, today. And then he says, I will leave you to it. And he bows low and then kind of tries to give you a high five, Deborah. But it's, low five because you're shorter.
It's weird that you come looking for me at the shop, but I will give you a high five.
And when you do that high five, he does that thing where he sort of like wraps his fingers around yours and just kind of holds it a second. And yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's go. And he then takes off.
So you're who Carrick wanted to introduce us to. He was just telling us that, well, we've got some things we're finding for Kyle today for the PAX Pox.
Right.
You know how, well, Deborah's new. Every year she has us do this huge project or something wild for the PAX Seculum. And every year it's just way too much and things go wrong. And, we call it the PAX Pox. Anyway, we're finding items for this year. And one of them is the hair of an heir. And apparently the Darkmaster has a daughter who has been, quite notable in the city working for the Darkmaster. And so I guess we've got a key. We've got a key to the Darkmaster's house. And we were going to sneak in and try to take one of his daughter's hairs while also looking for a commemorative Pax Seculum cup. And
we have to steal the wand made of wind.
The wand of wind. Yes,
the wand of
it's
wind.
not made of wind. It just controls wind. It's a magic use thing. But he said you might know more about the wand or about the Darkmaster.
And in fact, you do. However much you want to share is up to you. But you do know that the wand of wind is kept in his bedroom, mounted on the wall, and is highly trapped. And only he, at least, seems to know exactly how to remove it safely from its place. You also know that this is Pax Seculum, and he would not be home today. He is far too important. He will be celebrating all day, probably up at the Citadel.
And Randy would also share with you the letter that Kyle gave us, the listing the ingredients, and also points out that it says, there's apparently high urgency around finding these things. She says, for all our sakes, please, follow these instructions. And it says, see here, return before the sun sets, or the cost may be too great to imagine. Kyle's a lot of things, but I don't think she's an alarmist or, a liar. So I think it's really quite important that we find these.
What's our incentive to get the wand? Doesn't Carrick want the wand?
Carrick does want the wand. And he said that would be a thing he would trade the commemorative cup for.
I wouldn't go on a date with him, so this is sort of...
Yeah, Deborah would not pimp herself out. So.
Deborah, I'm proud of you for standing your ground.
Oh my god, thank you, Gorg.
And to be honest, I do know a little bit about this wand.
What do you know?
Well, I would say it sleeps where its keeper sleeps.
Okay.
And it's going to be hard to get to. You know what? I don't know why I'm being so secretive. I want what you want. It's in the Darkmaster's bedroom.
Wait, how do you know all this?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Oh, right. That's why I was being a bit secretive. Let's just look for that wand.
Okay. Well, sure. All right. If you want to help us out, that's great. Do you know the way to the Darkmaster's house?
Yes, it's right this way. We just have to take this gondola a few paces north.
Oh God! Is there any way that we can skip the gondola?
Okay, I'm friends with the swans. I will beckon a swan, a large swan for us to ride on.
Oh.
Where does this guy live? What?
He lives on the cliffs that are just overlooking the docks area. So yeah, either swans or gondola.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't you give me an animal handling check to attempt to beckon swans there? So again, in your character sheet on the left-hand side, skills, and then just click the word animal handling on Grorg. Ooh, an animal handling of 23.
Oh,
Wow. What?
That's pretty amazing. You happen to have sort of a specific goose call that you've modified for swan specifically. And that as you... It sounds ridiculous and horrible. And yet, after about 5 minutes, you see a rather large swan sort of kind of swoop down low over the ocean and then come toward you. And as he comes toward you, he's getting even bigger than you thought he was. And he kind of lands with a thud next to all of you, kicking up some dust and sand. It's a pretty large swan that you've been able to summon here.
Does it make the sound of like a helicopter?
Somehow, it's weird. Yeah,
That's so.
its feathers kind of slap together in the wind, and yeah.
And it kind of extends a wing for us to board, and the wing says "Swandola."
Swandola.
It's like a yeah.
Swandola. God.
All right. So the swan is kind of like straining a little bit against the weight of 3 people, all 3 of which somewhat heavy, including a very dense dwarf and an incredibly heavy turtle.
Randy's a twink.
Fair.
It balances out.
And
Yeah.
Deborah's just dense, okay?
Dense, yeah. Yeah, though lately, I mean, like, there's a little bit of pudge. Just saying. Just lately. It's just a late
You
thing.
are not allowed to body shame George's character.
I am not body shaming. I believe I'm explaining accurately what has happened.
I just didn't think anyone could see it, is all.
Yeah. Other than the DM, I don't know if anyone is.
Gorg is large and proud,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good.
and sometimes he speaks in third person.
And as the 3 of you have boarded this beautiful swan, it whoosh, 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 and goes nowhere. It can't get off the ground with the 3 of you. However, it's hopping one foot, and it goes over to a carriage gondola and sort of hops into that. And so the large swan and the 3 of you riding its back have now slowly rising up the cliffside to the thing in a gondola. As then all of you disembark up there, the swan hops out, and the whole like machinations of this gondola kind of bend a little bit against the weight, and it hops out. And just a small lane then leading toward the house of the dockmaster. And the swan bows low and lowers the Swandola wing so that all of you can disembark.
Is it also expecting a tip from Grorg?
It kind of waits there just a little bit longer.
And I pet it. I give it a good scratch behind the head.
Yep. Which is
And,
massive. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like really getting at it, and I have a special brush. Yeah, I have a special brush to like make the wings look a little bit fluffier.
Nice.
And it actually, that kind of care for a swan is expensive. So
It is. Very few are able to care for giant swans such as you. The rest of you wait about 20 minutes, just kind of there as this elaborate ritual is occurring. And then the swan again bows low to you, gives a triumphant honk, and then whoosh, whoosh, actually flies off over the sea again.
And I say, wow, Randy the swan just said that you smell bad.
Well, hey,
I'm just translating.
do I? Andy, does Randy smell bad? He smells himself.
Give me a Constitution check, please.
Wait, that's an answer already. You're not even gonna. I don't have to do a perception check. It's just. Oh my god. Randy.
That would be whether you smell if you smell bad. You asked if you smell bad.
Okay. So I do a Constitution check?
Yeah.
Or a Constitution save?
Save, let's say.
Oh, no. Eight.
You don't smell terrible, but like, it's kind of been a long day. I don't know. We don't have deodorant here in Bavaria, really. So yeah, it's not the greatest. Maybe
we don't have deodorant.
Wow.
Oh.
Is that what today's going to be, everyone? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
All right.
I didn't mean to derail our journey.
Not at all.
I wanted the swan to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would probably take away from this that to a swan, you smell bad for some reason.
Oh, that's fair. I don't give a shit about swans anyway.
Maybe we can find some perfume at the merchant's house for you, Randy.
Maybe.
All right, well, let's focus on getting this wand and getting a hair of an heir, okay? So that's a walk and talk, everybody. Are we walking and talking?
We're talking.
There is
All
a
right.
single path leading through a few copses of dense trees, and then there is a very large gate at the end of this path, and then beyond the gate is the manor that is directly on the cliffside overlooking the docks.
Is it the doctor's house?
It is.
Okay.
Okay, Greg. What do you know about this house? You knew where it was.
That's right, I did.
Well,
I've been here once or twice. I haven't always been Kyle's apprentice. Anyways, I don't think he'll be here today because, well, it's Pax Salacum and
It's actually Pax Speculum.
it's not either of those. It's Pax Seculum. Pax Seculum.
Oh.
It's in the, good apprenticeship is in the details. You know that. Maybe someday you'll care enough to get them right. Like
Yeah,
I
maybe
did.
someday I'll care.
yeah, it's hard to hear you over your smell.
Okay, seasonal apprentices of them. All right, let's just use this key and get in. So,
Are we just going in through the front door?
yeah, we have the key. Randy has the key,
Yeah.
so let's just look like we belong here, okay?
How did
We're
Randy get the key?
We're a cleaning service. Carrot gave us the key.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I like that. We're cleaners. We're here to clean so that it's clean for the Pax Speculum.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's right.
all right.
Wait, do I actually have an incentive to not tell them about why I know the
I like that
documents
you're
here?
playing it close to the chest. I mean, you can come up with a detail as to why, like...
I'm imagining maybe you had to do some accounting for not so legal things sometimes with this guy.
Yeah.
And that maybe you don't really want that record.
There's some drug trade at the docks.
At least. Yeah.
Yeah.
With someone this powerful, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you come to the gate. How are we getting through the gate, over the gate? Do you try the key?
We'll try the key.
Key is for the front door of the house, not the gate.
Okay, we open the gate.
The gate is open. You open the gate.
Andy,
And you walk
you
through.
are... You were a great TM. I love it.
It does make a little bit of noise, and then you shut it behind you, and kind of clangs.
We're very self-conscious about the squeak. Randy will be like, "Oh, note the squeak. We'll clean that later with some WD-40, because that's what we're here to do, cleaning."
Yeah.
Great cover, Randy.
Well, at least I'm trying.
That's true.
Grorg, you notice something very different about the entrance to this place. There are two rather large gargoyles sitting on either side, stone, that he must have had installed since you've been here last. And then the door itself up a little flight of stairs onto a beautiful porch. If that's your entrance, that's where you would like to go. Let me know. Otherwise, the three of you are kind of standing still in the on the path to the house from the gate, just thinking.
Randy would, I think, hurry us toward the door.
Okay.
What's Deborah thinking?
I guess cleaners go through the front door. I don't know. I've never had cleaners before.
Yeah, I've never been able to afford them.
Here's
Alright.
what I do. I'm familiar with the Dockmaster, and everybody knows that you have to enter his house like an Egyptian. If we do this, no one will suspect a thing.
Okay.
The wealthy in the city are so strange.
They're bizarre. I know it.
Eccentric. That's the word I was looking for. Eccentric. All right. Well, let's see if the key works at least. Well, first, I'll try the knob. Is it locked?
Before you get there, you're walking you're walking like this through the. Yeah. The two gargoyles on either side of the path spring to life and say,
Oh.
Who goes there? Who are you?
Oh,
wait, sorry. You're walking like this. Please continue. And then they go.
What did I tell you guys?
They kind of solidify back into their stone form.
Oh.
Thank you, gargoyles, and you're welcome, Deborah and Andy. Randy.
Still, we're gonna get mixed up, Adam.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, you head up to the front door. You try the knob. It's not open.
All right. We'll use the key.
The key does, and then unlocks the door. It seems. Do you open the door?
Yeah.
You open the door, and you see a servant rather rapidly coming toward you, and then kind of looks up. I heard the gargoyles. Who are the three of you? Why did you just walk in?
Oh,
It's customary to at least knock if we don't recognize you. Who are you people?
I'll take care of this. Servant number 17. We've met before. I'm Grorg.
Grog, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Well,
You have
I'm
a palindrome
Grorg.
as a name? What? Your kids are named like race car or something? Like, what is this? This is weird.
Servant 17, we've met. I have information about you that I could share to anyone.
I'm Servant 19. Thanks for noticing. Who are you people?
We're the cleaners. We've been sent to clean.
Please give me a deception check.
All right, deception. Don't fail me now.
Is that one of the tenets of
Grumsh? Deceiving?
Grumsh?
Actually, it is. Yeah, it is.
You're a 14.
Okay. This is just highly irregular. What is? We weren't told about cleaners today. The place is spotless. Look around you. That's what our job is. He hires people to live here and clean the place. This is
Right.
I need to get the mistress about this. Hold on. Stay there.
I wouldn't bother the mistress if I were you. It sounds like the servants have not been doing a great job cleaning, and that's why they brought us in. If I were you, I'd maybe keep your head down and mind your own business.
That's embarrassing, yeah.
That's really embarrassing. 19.
Sorry, what? 19. You got him. Okay, so this is weird. Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage, but because your friends are like right with you in step, let's say it cancels out to just a regular roll.
Wait, so I'm doing persuasion? Wait, who are you?
Yeah, so we'll have.
It would be great
Randy
if we both. Well, okay. Would you let Grorg roll also, because he did? I mean, we all pitched in. I don't know. If
That's
if
where
you
the
wanted
help
to
action is coming. Yeah.
if you wanted to be just Randy, I will use my inspiration to re-roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this again and hope for something better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a 19 is much better. I rolled a 19 to persuade servant 19.
Okay. With a 19, he kind of thinks for a second, and then he just goes, "Ugh, that hurts." All right. Where are you cleaning first?
The bedroom. We really need to clean the merchant's bedroom.
All right, let me get someone to be with you. Hold on. Again, stay here, and then he'll exit into a door on the left side of the hallway. The hallway.
Are the merchant and dockmaster the same?
I misspoke. I meant the doctor.
Okay, no problem. Just checking.
So he goes off into the side room, and you're kind of in this hallway. The hallway itself is wood, and what I would describe as a style of wizard chic. It is filled with little baubles and trinkets and little figurines, just kind of like on the walls. You can't tell if this is a collection of sorts or just sort of like, hey, we like tiny little objects and we're gonna display them everywhere. It's and then there's a red and gold carpet leading from the front door into a larger sort of foyer area, and that you can see from your vantage point here in that room 2 spiral staircases going up.
This is exactly my style.
I was just wondering that about Deborah, if she would recognize the beauty. Yes.
He comes back with a very large woman who's standing about 7.5 feet tall, gray skin, tattoos kind of along her jaw, that then, as you see in her neck, there's a tattoo of like fangs coming down and up, like on her neck side. She looks like she's dressed as the servants in this place, the same sort of red and gold tunics and pants, and the one that she's wearing is just like tight fitting, and she comes over, and 19 then says, "Well, this is 22. She'll be accompanying you as you clean. So thank you very much for cleaning, though it wasn't necessary. I have other things to attend to. It is the Pax Seculum, of course. Good day." And he'll step aside, and then the woman says, "I'm 22."
You guys, can I confer with you guys to the side here for a moment?
Yeah.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
So this might be harsh, but with those tattoos going like this, I'm thinking maybe the key's in 22. We're gonna have to get her carotid artery right away.
Wait, the key or the wand?
So, the wand.
Or both.
Sorry, I have a speech impediment.
No, no. We cannot keep making speech impediment jokes.
Jesus.
Okay. Before we go straight for her carotid artery, why don't we just check the bedroom? Why don't we just check?
I see your point. What do you think, Randy?
Yeah, I'm inclined not to immediately murder the 7-foot-tall woman. Grog, I've known you for several years now, and I will say that every year around the PAX, you act kind of strange, especially these last 2 years since...
That's none of your business.
Okay. Well, never mind then. Yes, sorry, yes, 22? Yes, I've been sent to clean the Dockmaster's bedroom, so if you could escort us in that direction, that would be great.
Follow me.
Okay.
She starts to head up one of the spiral staircases into the foyer. The rest of this place is as decked out as the initial hallway. There's just things everywhere. It's sort of fascinating. Every like there's a trinket of a little small glass bulb that has a mechanical little fish that swims along inside of it. There's something that's labeled the toe of a hill giant. There's something over here, just a music box, and then in parentheses, cursed. Yeah, just all kinds of little things all over. She leads you then up the stairs, past a few other doors, and opens the bedroom door to the main bedroom, the lavishly decorated, again in this red and gold sort of theme. Fascinating paintings on the wall. You didn't expect such like taste in art from someone like this, but there's like abstract and impressionist sort of paintings. And the room itself is about 30 feet tall, and it's barely even like 30 feet wide. It's an interesting space. And then she kind of like, "I'll go in."
Thanks,
Right.
22.
Yeah.
What if this is a trap? Someone stay by the door in case she...
I'll stay by the door.
Oh, she's gonna stay there?
Okay, well...
Oh, you don't have to stay, 22. You don't have to stay. We can handle it from here, I think. Yeah?
Is my job.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, actually, we're on a bit of a schedule, so...
Stop.
Deborah, Grog, why don't the two of you start on this room, and could you show me to the next bedroom that also needs cleaned, and I'll start on the other.
One at a time.
That's his daughter's bedroom. Perhaps that?
Yes, it's quite important that I think the Dockmaster's going to have some kind of surprise, maybe function tonight, and needs this place really, really clean, really, really fast. So I need to go to the daughter's room and clean. Can you escort me there?
Give me a
Wait, what if 22 is more likely to grant him access if he admits that he's a pervert? And that's why he wants to see it.
If Randy admits that... Well, let's see how this first check goes. But I will take your suggestion under advisement, Madeline. That's fascinating. What do you want me to roll, Andy?
Persuasion, please. It's going to be difficult because this is her job. It's going to be very difficult.
Ugh.
Jesus!
That's a 7.
A 7. With a 7, no. You might be a pervert or something. No. Stay here.
So this woman is 7 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
How big is Gorg?
Grog is 6'2", and like not quite that wide, but a good 4 feet wide. It's also a very large creature. Yeah.
Is the wand here? Can we see it? Is it above the bed?
So it takes you a second with all the baubles, and again on the walls in this room and the shelves, next to the bed, like on the left side, there's a beautiful lamp, and oddly enough, almost even being covered by the lampshade, is a wooden wand on the wall. It's just in little holders. The holders themselves are what look to be squirrel hands that are sort of taxidermied to hold a wand.
Weird.
This is exactly my style.
You keep
I would do my
saying
bedroom just like this if I could.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Deborah, I think I've seen this. Never mind.
So, do we know what Grorg knows about this wand, that it's trapped? Or that there are, like, traps, right?
Yeah.
That's not information that Deborah or Randy have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so
okay.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go start dusting by the wand. Thanks.
Yeah, let's all go over there and assess the
Assess the dust. We're gonna go assess the dust.
Yeah. And so we'll huddle over there by the wand and try to come up with a plan here.
I'll kind of block the view of you guys with my wide body.
Okay.
So so Grorg is standing just kind of in the middle of the room, and the two of you have wandered over to the like near the bed and the lamp, and 22 is still by the door.
Well, I was thinking that all three of us would go over to by the.
It might be
Again, the middle of the room is sort of relative. It's not huge. So like, yeah, Grorg is near you, but just about 10 feet away.
Greg, come look at the dust over here real quick.
Greg. Yes. This is a really a unique situation with the dust. We're going to have to confer here as cleaners.
I'm coming.
All right. Grog. Okay, you're moving very slow. Okay.
Okay. To be honest, I'm holding part. Oh, okay. I can come a little faster now. All right, I'm with you guys.
Okay. What's the plan here? What do we do?
Greg,
Eric said that you know all about this.
So, I think that we can just say that we know a lot about wand cleaning, and that this wand needs to be taken briefly, and we need to go clean it.
Okay.
But first, we can just try to take it and see what 22 says.
Greg, what if you just stand in front of me and I'll grab it real quick? This 22, she's not that bright, I don't think, and I don't think she'll notice it.
Okay. So we just take it.
Tim's rolling for something. I don't know what he rolled for.
Do you? What's the next step, friends?
We try to grab the wand.
Okay.
Like in the process of cleaning, like with thinking that 22 maybe won't even notice us taking it.
Okay. So you're trying to be stealthy with it. So it sounds like Grorg is going to pick it up. Give me a stealth check, Grorg.
Okay. One character.
Oof.
No, that's me. No.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh,
Andy.
I mean,
wait,
you're right. Oof, Andy.
Where did characters go?
At the top, click over to the third icon, journal.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Stealth check.
Yeah.
Oof. Grorg.
What is it?
An 8.
Yeah, but -2 is a 6.
Oh no. I was going to say you have to beat a 6.
Wait, what?
Because that 4 I rolled plus 2 is her perception.
I will say that.
So technically,
Deborah,
also. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I will say that Georgia has inspiration from.
That's what I was going to say.
Night.
Yeah.
And that mechanically, players can give their inspiration to each other.
Is that so?
Yeah. If you just kind of give like a little bit of like, how would you help him in this instance? A little bit.
Okay. So Gorg kind of fumbles the play, to be quite honest. But he's also a pretty good big guy. I'm pretty compact, people say. People call me compact sometimes. So I kind of, right when he's sort of blocking 22's view, I slip in there and I grab it.
Interesting. Okay. So I'll allow a re-roll for this instance, but we'll then have you, Deborah, do it. So give me a stealth check, Deborah. Get above a 6.
Whew.
15 from Debbie.
Okay.
Deborah.
I can call myself that.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Deborah,
understand. I call myself Gru sometimes, but nobody else can.
Grogu?
Gru.
I've got to say, Grogu might be the stupidest name I've ever heard.
That's why it's Gro.
Grow. Deborah, as you are, let's say, used to a large klutz of a man being in your immediate vicinity, you almost get a little bit of a sixth sense for like when this kind of thing is gonna go tits up. So you kind of slip in there like you're holding Grog, you kind of holding their arm for a second, and then you kind of slip in there and try to grab it at first. So here's what happens. The trapped item that you're trying to grab, the large woman at the door has no clue exactly what you're doing, because you are very stealthy. When first you attempt to grab it, the little hands of the squirrel sort of jerk it back for a second, and then you kind of reach for it again. And as you grab it, all of you feel a vibration in like the wood around you and under your feet. The lamp shakes a little bit, and it's weird that you feel the vibration before you hear the very large klaxon that is all of a sudden going off. And at this, the large woman at the door is going to rush in at you. Hey friends, this is the first time we're going to roll initiative in our game. Initiative is a thing that happens when you get into a fight, and it determines who essentially gets to go first. So if you don't mind, in your character sheet, where do we roll initiative?
Up in the upper left, it's right beneath inspiration.
Excellent. Yeah, so there should be a big red button at the top of your character sheet. It says initiative, and then a number. Just go ahead and click that for me, please.
Wow. Whoa. Grorg got a dirty 1.
Yeah.
Randy got a natural 1 that rose to a 3.
But Debbie got an 18 minus 1. That's 17.
This is bad.
So it looks like the large woman will get to go first at an 18.
We should have killed her.
Maybe you'll have your chance. All right. Randy got a 3. Cool. All right. Okay, friends. she rushes toward the three of you huddled around this lamp, this odd-looking large lamp, trying to reach the wand on the wall, and at the klaxon going off, she realizes exactly what's happening and thinks to herself, oh yeah, they didn't have any cleaning materials. Obviously, these are thieves. And she barrels in. As she rushes in, she's going to grab Grorg and just kind of like try to throw him to the ground. Grorg, give me just a strength check. So you just will hit under your ability scores and your strength. Just hit the number on the left.
At the top here, at the top row. In your
okay.
Yeah. My God, you got a 20. So she grabs you and tries to like pull you. She pulls you back just a couple feet and is trying to like throw you onto the ground. But just your massive turtle self just stays still and doesn't move. And she looks a little perplexed because that move should have taken you off your feet and yet did not. And that is her turn. Deborah. What would you like to do? So, I should also explain a little bit of how combat works. So, on your turn, you can do a couple things. You can move up to your movement speed, which for you is like 25 feet away. You can perform an action, and if you have a bonus action, you can do that as well. And then there's things called free actions, which are just kind of things you can just do quickly, like say something or put something away or grab something like that. So your actions can be either move again, attack, or like use something like a spell or an ability or something like that.
If I attack, what do I roll for that?
So for you, it depends a little bit on how you'd like to attack. So Deborah has a couple options. Deborah can just punch someone. That is your unarmed strike, and that's in the middle of your character sheet. Or you could do your primal savagery, which is a little bit of magic then infused into your attack that will hit a lot harder. You also have a little secret thing that is a bonus action, I believe, if you wanted to do that. Nope, that's not going to help. I wouldn't do that. Never mind. So essentially, like you can do your magical attack where you grow your nails and stuff like that, or just a straight up punch.
Okay. I did these nails this morning for the packs, but I think it's time to use them.
Okay.
So I'll use the primal savagery.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
And I just click on primal savagery for that?
You should be able to, yes.
Bam.
That is a 21 to hit, which will hit. So then go ahead and in the chat section, there's a little button underneath that says damage of your primal savagery.
Bam.
Just click that and it should roll damage.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So your fangs all of a sudden grow real large, and your fingers extend a little bit, and your nails come out as you. And Randy would recognize this, infuse magic into like your body and an attack, and you do so quickly and so easily. Randy, this is actually decent magic, and you're a little flummoxed by it.
Yeah.
And then you like uppercut into her with your claws, and it's enough to just kind of have her let go of Grorg, and you do 2 damage to this individual. Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Then would you like to move any further now that you've kind of gotten up near her? If you do try to move away, she might get like a swing at you or something. Or you could just stay right in her grill.
Now I'm up in that grill.
All right. Then Randy, your turn.
Do not try to cross Deborah.
Thieves! Thieves!
Okay, so Randy. So can Randy, as like a free action or something? So it seems like the wand had a trap. It triggered a trap, but the trap was basically the klaxon, the
As far
alarm
as
going off.
that's what you hear, yes. You don't know if there's any
Okay.
other magical effects.
What is
That's
klaxon?
true.
Klaxon is
just
just
an
that thing
alarm?
that like you hear in a spaceship. It's just like meow, meow, meow. It's just like an alarm. Yeah.
So as a free action, Randy would like to. So because we didn't get the wand, did we? Or did Deborah
Nope.
get the wand?
No, it's still being clutched by the squirrel hands.
Clutched.
Yep.
Randy will try to wrench it from their hands.
Excellent. Give me a strength check, please.
Oh God.
Randy frickin' twink.
Randy doesn't have good strength. He's a twink,
Come
not a
on.
twonk. Oh,
Roll above a 15.
I rolled an 8.
You like run up to it, assuming that you're going to be able to grab it off the wall, and you turn back, but you just get stuck. The squirrel hands are holding on really tight to this thing, and you're just wrestling. You put like one leg up on the wall and are trying to grab it from it, and are unable to do it at this moment.
So that is flummoxing him, and it's at this moment we'll say that he kind of sees Deborah's attack, or Deborah's primal. What is it? Primal
Savagery.
savagery, and that also flummoxes him, and he sees this huge woman up in our grills. I think it's a woman, or I don't know, Survey 22. Yeah, you were describing her as a large 7-foot woman. Randy will try to be equally impressive with magic, and he will try to cast the fire bolt. That's a cantrip, right?
Yes, it is.
He'll try to cast the firebolt cantrip. Now,
Okay.
Grorg and Deborah would know in this kind of like eye-rolly, kind of snickering kind of way that Randy is not great at magic. He can do cantrips, but every time he's tried to cast a cantrip, like some unexpected results also happen. So this is the one thing. He's been an apprentice for Kyle for like 17 years. He's still trying to get his magic user badge, like just being able to cast spells. So this is something that he's always trying to show off. Like, I finally got it, guys. And it usually does not go well. It always doesn't go well.
So, do a couple things for me. First, give me a Arcana check to see if you can cast the spell at all, as you are attempting to remember the exact hand motions that are doing this.
I got a dirty 20 on the Arcana check.
That's amazing. Go ahead and roll damage, or go ahead and roll the attack for the firebolt.
Click the firebolt.
Yeah, you have to 12 or better to hit her.
All right, let's see here. God damn it. It's an 8.
Why did I go red? Wait. Oh, someone disappeared. Oh, Madeline disappeared. I'm Madeline now. See me? Sorry. What happened?
Oh, right. It affected the overlay.
Yeah. So what did you roll?
Oh, I rolled an 8 on the firebolt, and then so it didn't hit.
Didn't hit.
This is typical Randy.
I need you to then roll on our special table that I made for you.
Yes, our special table.
Because this is the this is what happens when you try to cast magic. In this case, you grow a long beard made of feathers that remain until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out of your face. Deborah, you kind of look back and you see this like bolt of fire shoot from the arcane symbols that he's been concocting in the air, and then streak across the room, hitting and lighting on fire the curtains on the other side, and then poof, you just see a giant puff of these white and blue feathers now sprout out of your friend Randy.
Friggin' humans.
Well, that's Randy's turn.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do we know any about Madeline? How's Madeline doing?
Madeline just took a bathroom break. She'll probably be back soon. So
I see.
I can at least narrate like.
I'm here.
No, you're good. Yeah. What would you like Grorg to do then in this moment? The curtains are now on fire. There's a giant feathery bearded Randy in place of the regular Randy, and you're sort of being tussled around by this person. What would you like to try to do?
Could I try to use my toxic stink, my gaseous powers?
Ooh, yeah. So you've been storing up some gaseous elements in your shell in your body, and every once in a while you can kind of release these. This is more of a naturally occurring thing. Do you try to make a special dispensation for your two friends, or are you just going to hit everyone with this?
I make what do you call it? I make sure that
An exception there.
An exception. I make an exception for Deborah and Randy.
Wonderful. Good. So, oh, here it is. Okay. So they need to make a Constitution save. A 5 doesn't do it. Great. That is, what is the damage on your gas? Let's see here. All right. Didn't roll. That's bullshit. There we go. 4 damage to this individual. They're who did that? Oh, you can see that she's coughing, and even just a little bit of blood pops out of her mouth as she's coughing. This is not just gas. This is nasty stuff.
I've been saying that.
It is noxious. It is rough. And of course, Deborah and Randy can smell it, but it doesn't actually hurt you. It's just kind of foul. Wonderful. All right. You begin to hear sort of shouts from deeper in the house somewhere. And rising maybe closer than the rest, a woman's voice. Just like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is going on? This woman is then gonna try to grab instead of the giant turtle, the little tiny dwarf. So Deborah, go ahead and make a strength check for me if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Thank you.
How you doing, Debbie? Bam.
Jeez, a strength check of 22. She while pushing the turtle aside, tries to grab at your necklace and your shirt. And as she grabs at some of the finest stuff you own, like your best necklace, you grab both of her hands and just kind of strength peel them off of you. And you're just kind of holding them for a moment, and she's unable to grapple you and toss you around like she'd like to.
Do not ever touch my necklace.
That was her turn, and it's back to Deborah. Your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so there's 2 people now. There's 22 and this woman.
You don't see the woman. You just heard her voice, and it sounded close.
Okay.
So that she might be
but
on this
22,
level.
I'm holding her. I'm holding her up.
Yeah.
Okay. I got her. Can I activate my mood ring?
Ooh, yeah. We could try that.
I would like to activate my mood ring. And the mood I would like her to be in is I would like her to be friendly.
Interesting. All right. So Deborah, you kind of spin on your finger the colors of this and flip it to blue, and you're going to attempt to go ahead and influence her mood. That's a DC 16. So she has to roll to defend against it. And I don't know how she's gonna do.
Deborah's a high roller.
Yeah. 3. Interesting. So, you feel the grip that she's trying to like wrestle against you. As you activate this mood ring, you kind of see like her face just kind of go numb for a second, and her eyes then refocus, and she sort of drops her hands a little bit, and she goes, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your friend and I, big and strong and smashing. I'm sorry."
It's okay, 22. We're just trying to get the wand, and maybe.
I thought
Maybe as
you
a
were
friend.
trying to steal it. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, no, we're gonna borrow it. We're gonna borrow it.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the Grinch Who Stole Christmas?
I heard of the play, yes.
Well,
I haven't seen it.
The Grinch, he takes the tree, he tells Cindy Lou Who he's just gonna fix an ornament, but he doesn't. But we really are fixing the thing that we're taking.
Oh, it's broken?
Broken.
Dirty and broken.
Oh, you have to ask the squirrel to like let it give it to you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you was trying to steal it.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Bless
You
you.
do hear at this point. You do hear now people running and steps getting louder outside the door in the hallway. And Randy, it is your turn. You now see a very friendly 22 standing here, though you're not sure how long this effect lasts exactly, but for now, they seem quite friendly to you.
All right, but she said that we need to ask the squirrel to give us the wand.
Yeah.
Okay. Randy will turn to the wand, and from behind his new beard of feathers, he'll say, "Squirrel hands, will you please give us the wand?"
Kind of pulls it a little tighter. It doesn't seem like they're just going to give it to you. Maybe you need to convince them or something.
I have a way with animals. If I might intervene.
Randy will hold an action, basically, for when other people show up, I guess, who are running up the hall.
Okay, so what is going to be your trigger specifically?
If somebody...
Yeah. And then what is the action you're holding?
What triggers you?
What triggers you?
So when somebody appears... Or, well, actually, what do I have? Because Randy's very acutely aware of the precarious nature of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Could I...
Ooh, what's it gonna be? I don't know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna save the day.
Don't fuck this up, Randy.
Yeah, Randy. Got bigger things to think about, Randy.
I thought I could... Don't people use prestidigitation to, like... I don't think I can use prestidigitation for what I want.
Prestidigitation does a lot of things. You can like turn fire different colors. You can like put out a small campfire, set like candles alight, clean a little bit of clothing. Like it's just like really, really basic magic.
Okay. What's this? Sorry. Okay.
Ooh.
I will try to use my mage hand
Okay.
cantrip
Mhm.
to close the door.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah.
That's what I'll use my action for.
So at this point you're like in this. You just had a spell succeed. Like you can feel the magic flowing through you. You don't have to roll this time to actually make the magic happen, though you do need to roll for the extra effect that happens.
Well,
So
I will say
Yeah.
the spell didn't succeed. I was able to cast the spell, but it didn't work, right?
No, you cast it. The curtains are on fire because of your firebolt. Yeah.
Oh, but I missed. I missed her.
You did miss her, yes. And you
okay.
had that extra
Alright.
effect, yeah. Of feathers.
So I just
Go
so
ahead and
I just
roll on our fun
roll mage
table.
hand.
Uh,
Oh, are you
yeah,
you're
that's
saying
fine.
that mage hand works?
Mage hand works. And then just
And
roll
I'll
on our
roll
table. And then the mage hand itself will grab at the door and kind of slam it shut. Jesus Christ.
What is happening?
As well as a unicorn appears next to you on the bed. And starts to kind of like look around. Like, where the fuck am I? And he says, Darling, where did you go? Who the fuck are you people? What are you doing here? Where am I? Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Randy,
really
what have you done?
it's. What did you say?
What have you done?
What have you done?
I don't know. I just want to be a witch.
Are you Randy? What did you do?
It's really unfortunate that the unicorn had to appear within 5 feet of me, because if it had happened to appear outside the door, that could be great cover for what's
that would've
happening
been
in this room.
Great. That's not what happened, though. It's on the bed, and you hear the bed creaking and groaning under its weight. And it's trying like its best to sort of gently get off the bed.
Well, Randy's allergic to unicorns, so
Oh,
he sneezes and his beard comes off.
Okay, your beard pops off. Feathers begin to fall everywhere. 22 is kind of like trying to grab them in air. I love feathers. Feathers are great.
All right.
The twink lost his beard.
The twink lost his beard. He was an otter ever so briefly. That is Randy's turn.
All right, Grorg, you are up. What would you like to do? The door is shut, at least. You have a friendly person in front of you. Feathers are falling everywhere, and the unicorn is trying to get off of the bed. And you still don't have the wand.
I would like to coax the spirit of this deceased squirrel with my animal healing powers to release the wand.
Give me an animal handling check, yeah.
Okay.
As you approach and you begin to very quietly and demurely speak to the squirrel's grip.
Hey, buddy.
A 24.
Oh.
Yikes. Yeah, what do you say to the squirrel?
Hey, buddy. I can tell that you didn't live a life as long as you wanted it to be. These are young squirrel hands. But like I always say, let's give it a whirl, Mr. Squirrel. There are good things on the horizon. And I swear to take care of your descendants if you release this lovely wand to me.
Interesting. Okay. At that, the squirrel holding the wand the hands are just kind of like grip a little tighter, and then all of a sudden, if hands could chuckle, they look like they're kind of chuckling a little bit. And then at the I promise to take care of your descendants, which as you say it, you realize that you're talking to a magical entity of some sort, and that perhaps that promise that you're making is a little weighty magically as well. And at that, they flip over the wand to you or whoever. Yeah. So if you want to grab that, it's up to you.
Did Lord just make a promise to a magical entity?
Friends, you now have a wand.
Okay, everybody, run.
Okay. Is there a window in here?
There is a window. There's a very large window.
And
Because we're not getting a hair in here, guys. This is not going to happen. We need to get out of here, and I think the window's our best bet.
Okay. Are the curtains on fire?
Yep.
Can we use the wind power of the wand now that we have it?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's smoke in here, Grorg.
Oh God. How could I have forgotten? Oh, my wife's memories slips between my fingers. I dishonor her by forgetting even what she says in dream.
Yeah, so where do you want to run to? There's a window. Randy said out the window. We're going to pause the turn order for a moment because we're not necessarily fighting. Though you hear the people right outside the door. And one of luckily the door automatically locks when it's shut because they're pounding and trying to kind of get in. And you hear some people shouting for a key. You have very little time before it sounds like 5 or 6 people are going to pound through that door.
Randy throws the window open.
Okay.
What's outside the window?
There is a small little balustrade beat, and then right over that railing there's a 15 to 20 foot drop, kind of depending on where you land, either into some lush greenery or the stonework of the path outside.
$15 to 20 feet.
Yep. So Adam, that knows the rules of falling, I think is making mental math calculations here.
Oh, you overestimate.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You overestimate my familiarity with the mechanics of D&D.
What happens if I fall?
There's gonna have to be a little fall.
I wonder if our swan friend is anywhere nearby.
Yeah, as you're wondering, at the door,
and
you
Grorg
hear
is in
jingling.
animal handling mode.
Grorg
is.
You hear the jingling of keys.
What about this unicorn? Does this unicorn have wings?
That would be
he doesn't have
Pegasus, right?
Yeah, that would be Pegasus. He doesn't have wings, no. And he's looking around like, what the fuck is happening here? My God. Jingle, 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 jingle.
I will call the swan.
You bring out your swan call. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. The door opens. And coming through the door, you see 19 leading the way. Who has a large silver tray in his hand, ready to bash someone. And they do seem to have a couple guards actually from the town that were stationed inside the building, and you see them behind him coming further into the hallway. And 22 is starting to just kind of look confused. She's looking around a little bit, and you've made this swan call. Cool. What next, friends?
The swan once again lays out her spondula wing.
There's no swan yet. Yeah, the swan is coming. Sure.
And
you see
withholding.
him.
It's his favorite thing to do as a DM.
You see the swan now flying gracefully toward you. It's going to be 10 or 15 seconds probably before it gets here.
So Randy will be like, unicorn! Unicorn! He's trying to make it seem like the unicorn is the problem.
Interesting. Give me a disadvantage deception check, please.
Disadvantage, but.
What in the world would make this just a normal lie that someone would easily believe?
I think it doesn't change the role at all, but I think it's more of a performance than deception.
Yeah, performance then. As you're trying to act scared or worried about it, sure.
Is there a way to mark to make it roll at disadvantage?
I think I think it's at the very top, if I remember correctly. Instead of
it's
automatic.
Set it to disadvantage. Okay. Performance. Oh.
That'll be a 9,
bad
friends.
Roll. Well, a 6.
Oh, it's a disadvantage, right? 6. Even worse. 19 goes, I knew something was amiss. Get them, guards. And 2 guards now step into the room. One of them sees then, like the 3 of you, sees that you are holding the wand, and one's going to just throw a spear at you. Grorg.
This is a mess. This is amazing.
I love it.
Can I turn around so that it hits my shell?
We can certainly try. Let's see here.
Okay.
What'd they roll? They rolled a 10. You flip around and the spear bounces. You hear the cracking of the shaft itself as it slams into the back of you, doing no damage whatsoever. If you want to, the swan is close enough that maybe it'll catch you if you jump. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait like another round here. So it's up to you.
Let's give it a try, folks.
All right, I think we're jumping.
Okay.
Right before we... what do you need from us?
I need everyone to give me acrobatics checks, please. As you are leaping off of the balustrade onto a swan who is not slowing down, but going to catch you midair.
Can they be holding onto my shell?
Well...
Well, you probably don't have the best acrobatics.
Yeah.
I'll let them decide if they want to hold on to you.
Can I ask for what is the distinction between like acrobatics and athletic?
So if you were trying to jump far, or if you were trying to jump high, or if you're actually like adding more strength to this than precision, it would be like athletics.
Okay.
This
it's like
seems
dexterity.
Yeah, this is more dexterous. All right, what everyone get?
It says 12. I've been getting different numbers though, but 12 my.
Yeah, 12 minus 2 because you're a big turtle.
10, 13, and Randy gets a 13, and Deborah gets a 19.
Okay. Deborah, you leap out first. You can see you're easily going to land onto the swan. The swan is going to pick you up. Whew, great. You see, though, behind you, Grorg trip a little bit, slam into the balustrade railing, and crack the stone as he's falling just straight over the edge. And then Randy trips over Grorg as that is happening. They're not going to make it.
Cracks?
I'm sorry?
What's that?
Wait, my shell cracks or
the stone cracks? Yeah, the stone itself. Yeah, you're more tougher than the stone. Yeah.
Also, it bears remembering that this swan could not fly with us.
Yeah.
We rode a gondola. I totally forgot that until this moment. This is insane, guys.
So, Deborah, if there's something you could think of real quick to like try to help or save them or something. Like, you're still mid-air, basically, going to land on the swan. Is there something you can try?
Maybe the unicorn is just as freaked out by the situation and somehow, like, jumps out the window right as falling and kind of, like, softens their fall. Should I do that again?
Well, wait, is Randy going to make it?
No, Randy and Grorg are falling straight down from this. They're not going to make it.
Idiots.
Yeah. Give me... Okay, this is actually an important roll, I think. So, Madeline, why don't you give me just like a D20 roll? So in roll 20, on the very, very left side of this, there's a little dice icon. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant in the character.
Oh, no.
Okay,
yeah.
D20 roll?
Yeah, and then just click the D20. Oops, like I did.
I just did it too.
Yeah, okay, great. We'll take yours. 4. Awesome. You are correct in that the unicorn is freaked out as well. And you see him charge out the window, just breaking the glass, not trying to sneak out the window or anything, just shattering it, and then flies off into the distance. So the two of you land on the ground. Just go ahead and give me also D20 rolls. And if you roll higher than a 10, you landed in the bush. And if you roll lower than a 10, you landed on the pavement.
I do want to say that part of
Madeline and Adam.
Wait. Oh yeah, we have to roll.
You want us to do another?
But
just a D20.
As we were jumping out, Randy did yell out, "Hey, Gab!" All guards.
Deborah said, "What?"
All right, a D20.
I got a 15.
All right.
Oh,
Andy.
I rolled a critical fail, Andy.
Oh no.
Andy,
Yeah.
I rolled a critical fail.
Yeah, I heard.
But this wasn't like an ability check. This was just...
This is a luck check.
Oh.
All right. So you're gonna take 2 damage, Grorg. So I'll just mark that on your sheet. You have a total of, I think, I'll just double check. You have a total of 13, so you're down to 11 essentially hit points.
okay. 11 what?
Hit points is what they're called.
Okay.
And it just keeps track of like your health and how close you would be to passing out or dying. And
Adam,
then
laughing
Randy.
at your joke.
Randy, you take this much damage as you you miss not only the pavement, but you land on a fence as well. That's here. That is.
So, guys, I want to be very clear about what is happening right now. Randy, have you guys seen the Return of the King when Saruman falls out and is impaled through the chest? I think Randy's downed. He falls and we can't have him be impaled by a fence, can we, Andy?
Yeah, he's impaled by a fence. You land on
He's
the
impaled
fence.
by a fence, and he's unconscious because he had 7 hit points. He's now below 0, and
this is what's called. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
So this is the state then that you are bleeding out.
Yeah.
We're going to now make what are called death save rolls to see if you can stave off death a little bit. However, if you roll 3 misses in your death saves, you're dead. If you roll 3 successes, you are unconscious still, but you're not dying. It's possible within 3 rounds, Randy could be dead. So this becomes incredibly imperative if you would like to save Randy to do it very quickly.
I also want to throw out there something. Judging from the way things are going, I do not think we're going to conclude this story in tonight's session.
Yes.
I would like to propose that we make this at least a 3-shot and pick up with a 3rd session at some point, because we're going to need, like, we've got the wand, we're going to get the cup. I don't know if Randy's going to survive, but we might need a 3rd session in January or even February, whenever you guys want to play, to get the hair of the air.
Because we've spent a lot of time in the Dockmasters.
Yeah, and also I just want to be cognizant of like time and everything.
Sure.
Just, like, as players. So we can decide right now. Like we're not concluding the story tonight. Let's play another. Are you guys down to play another session in the new year?
I would be. Yeah. I'm thinking for tonight, my I'm like,
I know,
my body is
Madeline.
lie down.
Totally
Yeah.
fine.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
not immediately, but like maybe like a 9:15 out.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
play a bit more, see what happens with Randy. But I just wanted to establish right now, like we're in no rush.
okay.
Let's see what happens tonight, and then
Gotcha.
Is that okay with you, Georgia and Andy?
Okay, yeah, let's
Perfect.
do it, guys.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's totally good. So what we see is, through the open window, the series of events is a dwarf leaps out the window and like gracefully lands on a flying swan as it's streaking through the air incredibly fast. As it picks up the dwarf, you see a turtle break through the stone balustrade, as does the human behind them, and the two of them are toppling over. As they're toppling over, a flying unicorn that could have just easily flown everyone out is now flying off into the distance. We cut now to the bushes and the pavement, and the turtle lands softly in the bushes, and you kind of go like, "Oh, ow, that smarts!" And then impaled on the fence next to you is the human who gives a little bit of a sigh, and then just blood pours out the bottom of him onto the fence, and he's like dangling onto the top of the fence. What would the three of you like to do?
I want to give a shout out to Mark Songs in the chat who said, "So right now, with respect to dying, Randy is on the fence."
Shut up, Mark Song.
Oh my god. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Deborah, like, is there anything we can do, like, she can do to medicine-wise to help?
Probably, yeah. If you get to him, to get to Randy, we'll roll a medicine check, and it's maybe something that can at least stabilize him until you can find some healing some other way.
Okay, so maybe I'm trying to get this swan down to Randy, because
right.
even though he annoys me, I do care.
Give me an animal handling check to try to guide the swan in some direction.
One swan. 8.
Cool. You grab the feathers of the swan and say, "We need to save Randy." And you start to turn the swan, and the swan just kind of shakes for a second and then continues to fly over. You're now almost over the docks themselves. You are unable to turn the swan. Who's next?
And in the meantime, I'm like, Randy, I have some ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll help.
You can wander over and give him a little bit of ibuprofen into his open mouth that can't close because he's drifting slowly into unconsciousness.
But before I put it in his mouth, I say, "Wait, I can't give this to you on an empty stomach. Have you eaten enough today?"
There might be a gurgled response as blood is now beginning to fill your lungs.
Oh God.
Okay.
Can I?
Oh, go ahead.
Can I try my hand at? Wait. So was the goal with the swan? Was it for Deborah to acquire medicine with the swan somewhere?
I think just to get back to the two of you was the main
just to
goal
get
of the swan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you're that far.
Landed
Yeah,
on
she's
this
up in the air. Yeah.
Oh.
You could also, though, try a medicine check to at least stabilize him. You would need to somehow get him off the fence first.
Okay.
Unless you would wrap him up in the fence. And, it's that thing where you're not supposed to remove, puncture wounds. We can try that. But
Can I, somehow
know if that's going to happen.
saw off, the bottom of the fence so that he can stand up, but the fence is still in him?
You can certainly try. So just give me an attack roll with your claws. So your unarmed attack. Just roll that in your...
Unarmed attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Oops, not a touch screen. The laptop. Wait. What am I pressing? What am I doing?
An unarmed attack. So it's in the section below like your ability scores of like strength, dexterity, constitution. So below that there'll be like an attack name,
Oh, okay.
and it's called unarmed strike.
Oh, I see. Okay. Click that. Okay. 11.
16.
Oh, a 16 total. Awesome.
Because so the final result of the roll, Mads, is in the chat, which you might not have open if you're set to journal.
Oh, okay.
So the roll, and then some of your abilities or skills, you have a modifier to that you get bonus to if you're especially good at that. So that's why you rolled an 11, but you have a +5.
Gotcha.
To attack.
see it.
Yeah. So you slam into this with your claws, cutting the fence, like splintering it, and Randy just thumps onto the ground. And if you want, you could kind of take the stake out of him and try to perform a medicine check.
My goal was to keep the stake in him because I figured
Fair.
taking it out would lead to more blood loss.
I like it. And if you want to do like so here's the thing: if you want to use it like a bonus action to do a med check, it's going to be higher difficulty. If you want to wait and on your next turn essentially do the same thing, it'll be lower difficulty because you can take your time with it a little bit more. So what are you thinking? You want to try to do it like quick, or do you want to take a second?
Randy, how you doing now that you're not attached to the fence, but you're still kind of like a part of it?
Randy's unconscious and more blood gurgles out of his mouth.
Randy!
You start tapping his head.
I know I was kind of rude to you today, but the silent treatment is a little bit ridiculous. Alright, I'll wait till the next turn.
Okay. Give me a death saving throw, Randy.
He's not losing that much blood right now. The wound is being held.
Well, I think we're about to find out.
How do I... Oh, okay, I rolled death save here. Let's see. That's an 11.
11. You're hanging on. Just barely. The blood does slow a little bit, mostly because it's running out. And it's not gushing quite as fast.
I'm running out of blood.
Yeah.
Wait, if anybody was watching this, would they think that he should have more blood than this? What's been happening to his blood?
Right. Yeah. That's a great question, but this actually might be a little quicker than normal because he doesn't seem to have as much blood as a normal human man normally does.
What the heck?
So we're going to make this a total of 2 death saves for
Andy!
death and 3 for life.
Why did you talk? Randy?
Story.
So I've had
1 save.
Wait, so
You got 1
Has
positive.
it given blood to Kyle for their potions? Is that why you have less blood? Because you've been giving...
I don't know.
You can ask him when he's awake.
You were the only one who got into Kyle's shop today.
There was a lot of blood in that one room. That's interesting.
Oh,
or
shit.
red potion. I don't know.
Oh, you said that without even remembering seeing that room? That's amazing. All right, so if I fail twice, I'm dead.
Yep.
Okay.
What is a success as far as a roll?
11 10 or above. Or
Okay.
11 or above.
Or is it
and
11 or above?
No, I think it is 10. I think it's just 10 because I think you have a little bit better chance of surviving.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
All right. Deborah, you're trying drastically to get this swan back. What would you like to do now?
Okay, so I'm on a swan.
Yes.
In the air.
Uh-huh.
It is not listening to me.
No.
Okay. I mean, she's been studying Kyle for a little bit. Does she know any magic to help heal?
You have a speak to animals spell that you have never cast, but you know the right incantation. If you would like to attempt this spell for the very first time here, I'll let you cast a spell on the swan.
Okay, I'll try.
Please give me an Arcana check then.
Let's go, Debbie.
First time spell, it's gonna be
What is Arcana?
the concept of Arcana is just like how much do you know about the magics of this world.
Oh, okay.
And like the witch has been trying to teach you like the right incantation, the right hand movement, and like the right sort of thing. What did you roll though?
Debbie rolled a 1 because she never pays attention.
Is that a natural one?
It's
That's a natural one.
Deborah pulled a Randy.
You begin your spell. You begin to cast it on the swan. The spell you're intending is speak to animals. Slightly though, you get the spell wrong, and it's the spell that you do cast on this animal is not necessarily the spell you were trying to, but one over. Like you just got like one symbol wrong, honestly. However, just one spell over, they start to hear voices all around them. And you see the head flailing back and forth. And then it's trying to get away from these voices. You have gone into the mind of this creature and began to unravel it with all of the sounds of voice that you can now hear, that it can now hear sort of around it. As it's flailing around, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to try to hold on as you are now over the docks district. Probably about 30 feet in the air.
Oh no.
Deborah was rolling so well.
It really was. This is bound to happen.
What's our roll?
It's a 2.
A total of a 2. As the goose shakes you off, and you are now in free fall, going to land pretty hard onto a roof that's about 20 feet below you.
Oh no, I know.
Is there any last minute thing you can think of to try, or?
I'm coming towards this roof. I'm just gonna try to land on my feet.
To land on your feet. Maybe do that cool thing where you try to like land on your feet and slide down the roof a little bit to like slow your fall or something.
And then
like
I do
that.
like a front roll, and then I land in the yard. Yes.
Give me an acrobatics check higher than 20, please.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
I have a -1 for acrobatics,
Okay.
so
I will reward a crit hit if it's that.
Oof. 2.
rolling more
Another
2s today.
So bad rolls, bad rolls.
So you kind of get into that surfer stance as you're falling through the air, and you're like gonna like land on your feet, slide down this roof. You land and go straight through the roof, hitting the floor and crashing through that one as well as you land on the first floor. This is going to be a total of 14 damage.
Frick.
Oof.
God damn it.
Deborah has 10 hit points.
Oh, so she's still doing okay.
No, 10
No,
to
do the math
start.
there.
At the start.
Oh, you hit before that. Okay. She had.
You have
Yeah.
crashed onto the lunch table of a family of black scaled dragonborn. So these are dragon folk. They're sitting around a table. There's 2 kind of young kids and a woman. It's a fairly nice house, and you've crashed through both floors, landed on the dining room table, and smashed that, and so that you are now covered with plates and food, and you just kind of let out a last gasp as you're starting to lose consciousness. Yeah.
Wow.
Grorg, what are you doing?
I sense that my other friend, coworker, is in trouble. I was hoping she'd return with medicine for
Yeah, you
Brand.
watch as that swan flies away, and that, hey,
Yeah.
great, okay, at least, someone got out. Someone's gonna go looking for medicine. They're gonna get help at least. Something good is happening, and then you see the swan freak out in midair, and just like a puff of feathers and everything, and like way over the docks district, and then this little figure falling straight down, landing into a house. And you're like, oh, no. that's not good.
Oh, yeah. I call that a Deborah Downer.
Yeah.
And then you have your dying friend in front of you now too.
Yeah. Can I try to use this wind wand to summon Carrick to trade the...
So the wand won't necessarily summon someone that you can think of. I mean, you could try to like create a tornado in the town that brings Carrick up here. You're not exactly sure where he is, so wherever the tornado like sort of is created, maybe you'll catch him.
Okay, so instead I'm going to use my powers to send Carrick a message.
Do you want to write it on one of your notes?
My note, yes.
Okay. What do you want to send?
I'm going to say, Carrick, meet me at the Dockmaster's, in the Dockmaster's courtyard. Randy and I have got the wand, and it's not the piece of iron sticking through his chest. In parentheses, don't be alarmed.
Okay. And then you were going to do a medicine check to try to at least hold on to your friend's life. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So go ahead and roll medicine then.
Okay.
Okay. 14.
14 is enough to at least stop the bleeding. You wrapping him in like a really tight cloth. Like it sounds weird, but for an accountant to be able to do this, but like the basics of this as you've had to clean up lots of wounds from your children. They are rambunctious, and honestly, there's a lot more violin accidents than you would think. So you're wrapping him up, and you think, honestly, yeah, I think I actually controlled the bleeding enough where he's not going to immediately die from this. However, the time it's now taken you to do this, the guards and the people from the house have now surrounded you, and they are going to make sure that you are held until the Dockmaster can get back. I'll give you one opportunity to try to do something with the wand, like hide it on you or something.
Okay.
Because they did see one of you take off, and maybe they assumed that it went with Deborah.
And I just remembered it takes an hour and a half for those messages to send. So
with Morg, it seemed to take an hour and a half, but often it's very quick with the other ones. So you're pretty sure in the next few seconds he'll get that message.
Oh, okay.
It's just he needs to take a gondola up and everything to get up to you guys.
Oh,
Or a swandola.
Or a swandola, either one.
So I would like to try to hide the wand in my shell.
Excellent. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Oh.
What you got?
17.
17's pretty good. With a 17, you hear them rushing out the door. You know you can't escape. You can't do anything about Randy. Randy's just stable but unconscious still. They're going to capture you no matter what. You hide the wand in your shell real quick, and as 19 is yelling to search the two of you, they're also putting you in irons and are making sure that you can't escape. Friends, as Deborah is passed out, dying on a kitchen table somewhere in town, as Randy has barely survived death from a fall onto a fence, and as now Grorg is enchained and being awaited the Dockmaster's return. That's where we're going to end tonight's episode. And hopefully pick this up one more time somewhere along the line.
D&D.
Gosh.
Hey,
This is wild.
Adam, I'm glad you said something, because I feel like I was starting to be like, oh, I want to.
Oh,
I don't
no.
actually want the story to end, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I could go that long. So I'm glad.
no, great. Yeah.
We'll keep it going. We'll find another time to play. It's going to be so much fun. This is glorious chaos.
Yes.
Playing with you guys. I love it.
Wonderful. So hey, thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna pick this up again next time, hopefully. Check out Comedy the Gathering at comedy_the_gathering on Instagram.
Yep.
That'll also have the times and dates here. And if you type !Discord in the chat, that'll get you a link to our Discord, and we'll also be posting times and dates of this there. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun to play with the three of you. It's so wild. That was so much fun. What a crazy, awesome story.
Thanks for teaching me the ropes.
Of course. No, you picked it up so fast. And yeah, that'll do it for us tonight, everyone. Thank you very much. We love you. We'll see you later. Any last minute plugs for anything, or?
Come to our show on the 24th.
If you're in Pittsburgh, or even if you're not in Pittsburgh, plan a trip to Pittsburgh for January 24th. Come see our show.
That'd be great.
And try not to get the stomach bug. It's hell on earth. Wash your hands every 10 minutes.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. We will talk to you later, friends. Bye.
Okay.
Good night, Twitch. Good night, everybody. Madeline, stay on, though.